Alrighty, so we are going to go ahead and replace the motor on this Kenmore dryer. And to get to the motor, you got to go through the front. But this is a small trick that I'm going to show you how to release the fan from the motor shaft. So these fans are made of plastic, and there's a bolt in the front, or a place where you can grab it from the front. But my experience is that because it is made of plastic, it strips, so you can't get it off really once it's been there for a couple years, or they get really tight. So what I do is I make a hole in here and put a screw through, so when I turn it on the other side, it releases it. The other option is to break it, but then you got to replace it. So a little hole is not gonna damage it or affect the performance. So if you want to save some money, you drill a little hole and put a screw. If not, then you break it and just replace it. That's the easiest thing, to break it and replace it. But let me show you how I do it. So normally what you want to do is grab one of those self-drilling screws, but since I don't have one, one of these drywall screws is going to be fine. And just with the bit, I'm going to pre-drill because this is not going to go through the metal. And you want to just pick a little corner like in here somewhere, and you want to go through the fan and through the metal. So once you got that, you can go ahead and put your screw in. Okay, so let me show you the hole that we drilled. In here. And like I said, once you have that, you just screw your screw in. And basically what you want it is to hold it like this so it won't turn. So let's put the dryer back in place and take it apart from the front. Okay, so we've already priorly taken the screws out of here. So you just pull forward, up, go to the other side, pull forward, up, and that will open your dryer. So next, you want to go ahead and remove this harness right here. So some of these have a little tab you can pull and pull up. This one doesn't have it, so we're going to use a screwdriver in here to release. So let me do that real quick, and then we'll go from there. So grab a flat screwdriver, put in here, and that'll release the little tab. Sometimes you do it on one side, you do the other side, but that'll release. Next, what you want to do is grab a 5/16 socket. You're going to remove this screw, and there's one on the other side. Go ahead and set them aside. And sorry. And set it aside. Now to remove the top, you want to take forward and from the side up, the other side up, and set it aside. So at this point, what you want to do is remove the belt. So under here, so there's your motor in there. There's your pulley. So what you want to do is pull forward to release the belt and out. At that point, you can just grab the belt like this and pull the tub out and set it aside. So grab like this, pull it out, set it aside. So this is the motor that we're going to be replacing, and it is lodged. It's stuck. See, can't even turn it. So let me show you how to remove this motor and put in the new one. Alrighty, so what you want to do when you have your screw through the back, grab a crescent wrench, and behind the pulley, I broke off the pulley so you can better see it, but behind the pulley there's like a little, like a groove right in here. And just with the crescent wrench, you can tighten it in, and you can turn towards the outside, towards the dryer. So you're gonna go and turn, and because you have the screw in the back, it's gonna hold the plastic part of the fan in place so it won't turn. So just the screw is gonna turn. Okay, now that you do that, you go around the back, go ahead and remove your screw and spin it the other way. And the fan comes out. Yeah, how I was saying, this is made of plastic, so if you use a crescent wrench on here, it's meant for the crescent wrench or a wrench, but I find that this breaks and then you have to replace it. And at that point, you might as well have just broken it if you're going to replace it. So now you go back to the front. Okay, so what you want to do, just remember your motor, the little connector goes towards the bottom right here. Okay, so to get this off, you can either use a screwdriver or just your hand right here. Just be very careful you don't break the little tabs. It has one underneath and one in the front, on top, and one underneath and one on the top. Pull it aside, and if you have a little pry bar like this, basically it has two metal clips right here. So there's a little groove right here. Just pull in and out like this. The one in the front, and the bigger one is going to be in the back. Same process. Set it aside. At this point, you can pick up, pull your motor out. Okay. Alrighty, let's get the new one and put it in. Alrighty, so here is the new motor. Part number for this one is 279827. And give me a second, let me open it up. So here's the new motor. Comes with the pulley, motor pulley. Now on your old pulley from the motor, you want to keep it, take it off and keep it before you throw the motor away. Believe it or not, this pulley runs about 30 bucks, 25, 30 bucks, and sometimes they're hard to come by. So if you already have one, keep it. So we gotta go ahead and put the motor back in. And you want to remember the orientation that the motor was, and they sit on these little clips right here and go to the back. And it sits right here, And I don't know if you can see, but it has a little plastic groove underneath. See the little hole? It's a little groove that's there. Okay, so let's put the clips back on. Alrighty, see, here's the clips, and it goes from here to here. So you just grab one side, goes there, like this, and with a long flat screwdriver or a pry bar like I have, you're just gonna go in here and push back in place. Back one's the same way. See? Okay, so you put the back one in. It's kind of hard to show on camera, but see if you can see the little hole. This on the other side goes into the little groove right here as well. And once you have it, once again, you put your pry bar right here and push down like I showed you in the front one. See, it's in place now. So at this point, since you're here, go ahead and plug in your connector. And motor, see how freely it spins? The other one, we couldn't spin it. Okay, so now you can go around the back and put your fan back on. Okay, so now we're ready to put the fan back on. So it goes on that back right there. You just put it in. And at this point, you can just turn it to the left. And that's it. No need to tighten. It will do it automatically. Alrighty, so we're pretty much done with this repair. You want to vacuum it if it's this bad. You want to vacuum because one of the reasons these motors go bad is because of all this lint built up in here. And they dry up the bearings and then it just seizes up the motor. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean it up, and I'll put the belt back in and put it back together for you real quick and show you that it's working. So give me a second. Alrighty, so now that it's clean inside, as you can see, you just grab the drum from the belt to the back, plastic to the front, bring it in here and sit it on the wheels, rotate it, make sure it's on properly, like this. And I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it, but I'll show you how the belt goes in the back. So this is gonna go into the grooves closer to the motor. You're gonna grab the belt. It's gonna go in here, make a loop, go through this like this, and it's gonna attach to the motor pulley. So you can make a little loop like this. So like I said, it's kind of tight in here, so you're not gonna be able to see it. So let me do it. But at least you have an idea how your belt goes. Okay, belt's on. Make sure that the grooves are down. The belt's gonna align itself to where it needs to go. Okay, so now that you've done that, you can go ahead and put the front cover back on. So there's some little notches, little holes right here. They're gonna go on the door. It's gonna sit in there. Grab the front panel. I like to align it like this. and then you do one side at a time into those little grooves that I showed you. There we go, one side one. There. Okay. Now that you've done that, see how it stays open, but it's in place. You can lift the tub up like this with your knee, push in, and you can connect your connector. Obviously I can't because I'm holding the camera. And then in here you can replace the 5/16 screws. So let me do that. The connector, plug it in, and your socket. Okay, so you want to hold it with your knee or your body and grab the 5/16. Just screw on, and then the other one. Alrighty. So the dryer's pretty much put together except for the back part. At this point, you can go ahead and drop the lid, but we still need to put the back part together. Okay, so for the final part, we're going to go ahead and put the cover back on right here and the back cover. Alrighty, so you're going to grab this and you can go inside with like this and get it in through the front. Like this, and up and down so that it gets past this little groove right here. Okay. I wanted to get inside these little grooves right here. Then you're going to reattach the screws in the bottom. And this one's going to be, once again, 1/4 inch. So let me grab my 1/4 inch socket and just align it. And go ahead and put all 4 screws. Okay. Now that you've done that, gotta put the back cover back on. So let me do that real quick. All right, so grab the cover. Remember, this is very sharp, so you guys want to be careful with this. And go ahead and align the screws, and it's going to be 1/4 inch. Plate is going to go in here, and then the screw right here. Like this, and like this. Like that. And we got one more screw. And it's back together pretty much. At this point, turn it around. Put it back in place, and you can put the 2 screws that go in here. But if you want to test it, 70. Now starting. Well, hope this video helped. Hope you like it. Hope it saved you some money. These are the best dryers you can ever have. It's always going to be worth fixing, and even more so if you can do the job yourself. Hope this video helps. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and help us get to the 2,000 subscribers. And I would appreciate that. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.